Well, I'll just open this up to free talk. I'm gonna stop monologuing. Uh, Actually, I have to do my arena push right now. So,
Anyone have any other general mod questions? If not, we can open the floor for just general questions, and anyone who wants to hit on it can.
Hey, sorry, this might have been covered, but how often should you be farming mods?
Man, I hate that question because I wrestle with that too. What do you think,
everyone does.
Or anyone who wants to chime in on that?
well,
guess-
how often to
Okay,
farm mods? I basically farm mods in between farming characters. So if there's no character that I really want to farm right now, then I will essentially just farm mods for a while until you kind of decide on a character. Alternatively, you can spend one refresh on farming mods, and then um, another another refresh on farming your character. You'll kind of get, at least some mod progression outside of just the store while you're farming your characters as well. Who, ultimately the characters are also very important, right? So you kind of got to make that decision.
Do you ever find that after selling mods, you get crappy mods when you are farming them?
I don't really find that personally. I don't know if there's a correlation there, Cypher, to be honest. But something I was going to say in deciding in weighing out the importance of farming mods versus farming characters. If you have enough characters at level 85, then you can use your credits almost exclusively for mods. Right now, I'm actually saving credits for the first time in a long time because I'm going to take General Kenobi straight to level 85 on Monday, which I'm not that excited about. It's all good. So I'm actually not using my credits for mods for the first time in a long time. Shut up, Nick. But if you are still leveling up, if you're a newer player, then I would maybe table using credits for mods for now. And what I would weigh out is the importance of Cantina energy. What character do you need in Cantina right now? If you're just getting somebody because, I just farming them because, then it might not be worth your while to use your Cantina energy for that character, and you might want to use it exclusively for mods. Maybe there's somebody who you definitely need. And in that case, if you have enough mods, then I would suggest maybe that character would take precedence over mods, assuming that you have enough mods to get you by right at the moment. If you don't, that's when I would say you might want to split your energy between half mods, half whatever character you're farming. It's kind of a tough balance to find, but right now for me, apart from General Kenobi, who I'm about to take to level 85, I use my credits just exclusively for mods in that mod store, and I will only buy something that has speed secondary, period. I don't really make exceptions for that. And only credits. I never spend crystals on it because I think it's a total waste unless you're whaling it out. And then I don't have anybody in Cantina right now that I really need, so I only use my Cantina energy for mods at the moment.
The thing with mods is that when you have the best mods and also the best characters, you will be basically at the top of your arena shard, or pretty close to the top.
Well said.
I've got a comment on the farming versus the buying. I took about 2.5 months and didn't do anything but farm 5-star mods. And I bet I didn't get 5 mods in that time that had speed secondaries. Since then, I stopped buying them I stopped farming them and just started buying them in the shop. And I've used the refreshes a few times, and I've had much better success in getting any kind of speed secondaries. Just something to think about.
Yeah, and once you got all your primaries, I mean, really, you'll reach a point where, like right now for me, I've kept an eye out for the longest time for anything that has speed primary on the arrows, critical damage or critical chance on the triangles, and potency on the cross or tenacity, and I've got tons of those. So the only thing that I'm really looking for when I'm farming mods is speed secondary. You'll reach a point where anything that has a speed secondary when you buy it is going to be golden, because it's got a chance to boost up to, I've seen up towards 20 speed secondary, and that's the meta. That's what everybody needs, and that's arguably the hardest thing in this game to get is a good set of mods that also has speed secondary. It takes forever, and it's extremely frustrating. And if I talk more about that, I'm going to start swearing because it really does piss me off how long it takes to get speed secondary. So keep an eye out for anything with speed secondary.
Yeah, definitely. Even someone with like a plus 18 mod, I consider that like an awesome mod. My best speed secondary is only 15, so I don't have anything better than that. I just had an arena match where I used Nihilus lead and Dooku and a whole bunch of other guys, and it came down to Xylo versus Dooku, and Xylo killed 2 other characters already, but Dooku wore him down with his stuns and he killed him. Yeah, I actually thought I was going to lose because I had B2 Death Trooper and Dooku, but I had lost Nihilus because I think Xylo killed Nihilus too. And then he started picking off the other 2. And I thought I was going to lose because it was just him and Dooku, and he kept healing. But eventually Dooku just got a lot of stuns, and Xylo wasn't able to take any turns, and he just warmed up.
Well, the other thing about the mod promotions, basically when it comes to speed, your speed will start from an amount of 1 to 5, depending on the stars of the mod. A 5-star mod can have a speed, a starting speed of up to 6. After that, each one promotes at roughly a random value from 3 to 5 for a 5-star mod, 2 to 4 for a 4-star, 1 to 3 for a 3-star, etc. So you get 4 promotions. If you have a gold mod starting, any of the 4 stats have an equal chance of upgrading. So you could potentially upgrade speed 4 times in a row, 5 each, going up to, a level of 26 or 27. It's statistically impossible. It will never happen. But where you start with, the condition of the mod is going to depend on how big each promotion can be, and that's for each one of the secondary stats. So a gold mod is going to have higher potential than a purple, which is higher than a blue. But basically for speed, which is the most important, it typically goes in a potential upgrade of 5 per upgrade.
So if you want high speed mods, you want to look for the secondaries. The primaries are a bad choice, right?
Well, unless it's a speed primary, which will only occur on the arrow. The other nice thing about the primaries is primaries aren't random, meaning a 5-star primary will give you 30 speed if you promote it all the way. It will always give you 30 speed, and it doesn't vary. But the only one that you can have speed on is the arrow. All the other ones have different primaries. So what you're looking for is the primary you want. For instance, if you got a cross, maybe you'll look for a potency or tenacity primary with a secondary of a speed. And then, of course, the third consideration is what is the starting quality of the mod. If it's a starting quality of a gray mod, you are only going to have the ability to improve the speed once. If it's a starting quality of a gold mod, you could potentially improve it 4 times. And improvements always come on the 4th level, the 8th level, the 10th level, and the 12th level. So if you want to see what the secondary values end up at, you can promote up to level 12 and then stop. Your secondaries aren't going to get any higher. If you got a good speed value on your secondary, then you want to promote it all the rest of the way and use that as a good mod. But if you promote it and you don't end up with a good mod by level 12, there's usually no reason to promote it the rest of the way up. You're just spending a lot of money for very little value.
Yeah, I can see that. Thank you.
Guys, I had another comment on speed mods. I actually had this happen to me today. I took a speed set off and put it on someone else, and the secondary speed, I took them off a TIE fighter pilot, and they were 96 secondary speed, and I put them on Darth Maul, and they went down to like 80 something. I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized that finally, after doing some research, that the 10% bonus speed that you get for a speed mod set is 10% of their starting speed. So since TIE Fighter Pilot starts at 170, you get a 17-point speed bump when you put them on him. But when you put them on Darth Maul, who's only got 100 speed, you only get a 10-point bump. So I was losing 7 speed by putting speed mods on a lower character.
Yeah, that's a great point. Definitely with the speed sets, it's important to know what the starting speed values are. You do not get as much of a boost if you put them on a low speed character. You're almost better to go with like a crit damage set or an offense set that just has good speed secondaries. I've heard that speed secondaries max out at 25, 26, and 27. So as far as which one's actually true, I don't know, but it's somewhere between 25 and 27. However, I don't think anyone, they actually did a database search through the SWOGG, and nobody has ever gotten a perfect mod upgrade yet. So it's statistically impossible to ever hit those numbers. I think the highest I have is right around 20. And I've got quite a few mods. I've seen some in the 24 range, but I've never seen anything higher than that myself. Basically, if you get anything into the teens, it's a good mod. You know, if you get a 15 or a 16, it's a really excellent mod to have for a speed secondary.
Just doing a consensus, what is everyone farming for mods? I'm kind of talking about the set bonuses and whatnot.
I pretty much just farm speed when I can. I just go for speed mod set. I think it's great for any character other than DPS characters.
For me, for DPS characters, I usually farm the crit damage set with 2 crit chances. That's probably the most common one I use. I only put the speed sets on really fast characters that really get that extra boost. But probably the majority of stuff I'm always farming is crit damage.
And you guys always go for the mod challenge, or is that any chance do you go for the battles just to feel a set, or it's a bad idea? Do you ever go to the battle, the mod battle, or you only go to the challenges?
Oh, the actual mod battles. Yeah, after you unlock the challenges, you never go back to the mod battles because they only give you 1 and 2 star mods, and you only use those at low level.
Oh, got it. I thought, but because my level was too low, I only see that. But yeah, thank you.
Right. Yeah, there might be a minimum level challenges, but mod challenges, they only require 3-star to start farming mod challenges. Still, whenever you unlock and get 3-star health mod challenges in the very, you just need characters that are 3 stars. So any character, that should be no problem.
I just want to kind of reemphasize, especially, if you're new and you're still trying to get into the challenges, once you unlock like the health challenges, I would just sit in there and farm the hell out of health. Because even if you have a set of health and you get the right mods, the right sets, you get the critical chances, critical damage, you're gonna benefit so much more than sitting here trying to farm all these other characters to unlock speed. This comes back to me, it's always a game of inches. It takes time to get there, And if you try to unlock speed from the get-go, you're going to fall so far behind. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I'm level 73, and I agree with that too. We just got a massive update with no patch notes. I'm just about that.
No, there were patch notes. They're in the forums. I read them earlier.
Yeah, but not in game.
Oh, in game they don't give you anything.
Do you guys think we're gonna get something good for the Galactic Republic tag? Like I've seen Jedi's and clones have, but we don't have any
Nothing
special
we know
abilities.
of as of right now, but it might change.
I just hope that it doesn't turn out like the Separatist tag. They added it and did nothing with that.
I was kind of wondering right now, I'm in that decision if I should go First Order or if I should go Resistance, because with the new movie coming out, I'm sure there's going to be a meta shift. Has anybody picked a direction on which way they're going with those?
R2 is going to be Resistance.
His resistance, he's everything
Okay,
actually.
he's everything.